Good morning, students. Today we are going to study about the most important topic of the chapter, that is forms of power sharing. For a long time, it was believed that all powers of a government must reside in one person or group of persons located at one place. It was felt that if the power to decide is distributed, it would not be possible to take quick decisions and to enforce them. But with the passage of time, this notion has changed. Now, all countries are democracies. The one basic principle of democracy is that people are the source of all political power. In a democracy, people rule themselves through institution of self-governance. In good democratic government, due respect is given to diverse groups and everyone has a voice in shaping of public policy. Therefore, it follows that in a democracy, political powers should be distributed among as many citizens as possible. So, in modern democracies, power sharing arrangement can take many forms. The four different forms of power sharing are: number one, power sharing among different organs of government; number two, among different levels of government; number three, among different social groups; and number four, power sharing among different political parties, pressure groups, and movement groups. Number one, power sharing among different organs of government. As you know, there are three organs of government: legislature, executive, and judiciary. When the power is shared among these three organs, it is known as horizontal distribution of power sharing, because in this form of power sharing, all the organs enjoy equal powers. None of the organ can exercise unlimited power. Each organ checks the other. This results in balance of power among various institutions. For example, ministers and government officials exercise power, but they are answerable to parliament or state assembly. Similarly, although judges are appointed by executive, but they can check the functioning of executive or law made by legislature. This arrangement is called a system of check and balances. Number two, power can be shared among different levels of government. That is, between central government and state government. In India, there are three levels of government. So power is shared among all the three levels of government between central government, state government, and local government such as municipalities and panchayat. This type of power sharing is called vertical division of power sharing, because in such a system, central government is more powerful than state government is more powerful than local government. Number three, power sharing among different social groups. So, power may also be shared among different social groups such as religious and linguistic groups. Community government in Belgium is a good example of this arrangement. In some countries, there are constitutional and legal arrangements where socially weaker sections and women are represented in legislature and administration. This type of arrangement is meant to give space in the government and administration to diverse social groups who otherwise would be alienated from the government. This method is used to give minority communities a fair share in the power. Number 4 is power sharing between different political parties, pressure groups, and movement groups. In the long run, power is shared among different political parties that represent different ideologies and social groups. Sometimes this kind of sharing can be direct when two or more parties form an alliance to contest elections. If their alliance is elected, they form a coalition government, thus share power. In a democracy, we find interest groups such as those of traders, businessmen, industrialists, farmers, workers. They also have a share in government powers, either through participation in governmental committees or bringing influence on decision-making process. Thank you. Have a nice day.